Maybe you have seen my videos.
Доволь мой французский язык.
Brasileira, mas famosa.
Ce sont les choses que vous aimez le plus au pays.
And a lot of people asking me,
I'm very curious.
I have a
Paano nyo po pinapractice yung
fluency?
What's your daily language learning schedule?
how is it possible that in a span of 2 years, I learned 7 languages?
2021 po.
Wow, that's so recent.
Why do I wake up at 2 a.m.?
Gising po ako na maaga, mga 2 a.m. po gising na ako. Tapos,
Aga.
Here's all the answer you need.
Do you want to know what it is?
So in this video, I will show you my daily routine, what I do every day, and some tips while I go through my day.
Buenas noches. Hola chicos y chicas, bienvenido a mi canal. Bienvenidos en nuevo.
Welcome to the day of a polyglot. So good morning guys. The time is 2:05 and I just woke up. This is actually the normal time I wake up. I'm tracking my sleep every day. Sleep is one of the most important things if you want to learn something or language, because when you sleep you can focus or you can concentrate. For example, if you learned something yesterday and you want to remember it tomorrow, the best thing is to sleep because it actually stores that information. The first thing I do in the morning is doing my Anki. So right now I have 92 cards that I drew right now. Yeah, this one for best up because if you learn something, it will show you again the next day and the next 3 days and the next 7 days, or they have an interval. So that means you will never forget them. So this Aljohn from the future, and I will explain more about spaced repetition in this one. So let's go. First, let us know the concept of neuroplasticity. So that means that the more you practice something, the stronger its connection become. So for example, in this axis is the strength of the word, okay? And this is time. So let's label it the strength of the word you had learned. And this is time. For example, this is the first day, and then the second day, and the third day. The first time I hear a word, or I know a word, or I learned a word, it will be in here. The strength, yes, I learned it, but the strength is not good. And during the second day, this word will become here until you forget it. And a third day, the strength will be here. It will not be strong. But if in the second day, you recall this word will be much stronger. And during the third day, of course, it will be like that. And if you recall the word in the third day, if you did not recall it, of course, it will be like that again. And it will just be as strong as the first day. But if you recall it, it will be stronger like that. And the more you use this word or this knowledge, the more it will go through time as this one and very strong. And that supports our theory that the more you practice, the stronger these connections become. Or a concept or grammar rule in the language, the stronger these connections become. So remember that one. That's the power of Anki. And right now, let's go back to the video. I'm answering my Swedish text. So närvarande, that is like presence, something. And trust, yeah. If you forgot some words, you will just hit hard. This is actually hard, it's just in Russian. So one of the best tips also is to have your phone set to Russian or change the language of your phone, because it will force you to adapt to that language and you will not be able to navigate your phone if you don't know the language. That's why you need to learn your phone to do it. And very good like, oh, okay. Tack så mycket för regeringen. That's it. Yeah. Oh, that's species, right? Yeah, species. Log. Oh, this is a team. Yeah. Det är därför. Yeah. And this is a ghost. Yeah. So I think there are 3 types of cards that I use in Anki. So this is the word cards that you will use to memorize the individual words. This is the sentence card, so the majority of your sentences will come from here. And then the last is the closed cards, where you will try to guess what is the word depending on the blank spaces. So I finished it in 10 minutes, but actually when I'm just learning a language, it will take an hour because I need to study like 200 cards.
French is divided into the core and then the output.
The core is composed of word cards and the output is composed of sentence and close cards, which are the types of cards that we discussed in this video. So as you can see, core is also divided by the source of the word I use. So if it came from songs, if it came from movies, I will specifically divide it by where they came from.
And actually some of my words are pictures actually. And yeah, panier. Also, I use thumbnails for the videos. I just use a screenshot and then so that I will get the context of what they're saying. And after this one, I go to my writing. Usually I practice at 2:30 in the morning, so it's 2:30 right now, so just exactly the way it is. I'll show you my other this and this. Yeah, flipping pages, yeah. Actually, my third one right now. But actually, when I was learning a language, when I just finished learning language, I just recall what I did before and look on the hours I did yesterday. So for example, we have immersion, right? I track the time I study. The orange one is for listening, and then green is watching, and yellow is talking. I actually don't spend a lot of time talking. It's majority of listening and reading, and also watching, but yeah. It's actually a Swedish one. Wow, I spent like 800 hours Swedish. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna write right now. We'll just write in our diary right now and then. So yeah, I'm just gonna write my diary. So yeah, I just finished writing. I was just gonna show it to you. December 26th. Yeah. Right now I'm just gonna prepare for my other things.
So all of that competencies in a language I have already mentioned, and that will be reading, writing, listening, and talking. Just like what I've said, I don't usually do talking a lot because there's not a lot of native speakers to talk to, and I'm happy that I found this app. The speaking is one of the most important parts of learning a language, but it's also one of the hardest because you need to find someone to talk to. Of course, you can talk to yourself, just like what I do all the time. Yes, I find it a great idea, but what if I tell you that you can find native speakers to talk to right now? And this is the sponsor for today's video.
Italki.
With the help of Italki, this will help you find teachers that will help you practice your target language. It can either be in the form of lectures about the language of your choice or a casual conversation where you can practice your listening and speaking. This will surely speed up your language learning process because in order to be fluent in a language, you need to speak it a lot. You could book a personalized one-on-one language lesson with a certified native speaker right now. And here in Italki, they have 30,000 plus of teachers worldwide and you can learn anytime, anywhere. And aside from French and Spanish, you can have a customized language lessons of your choice for as low as $5 and 150 languages. Here are the lessons I had when I was using Italki.
Comment tu t'appelles? Tu habites où?
D'accord.
Voilà.
Moi, je m'appelle Aljohn et j'habite ici aux Philippines. Et voilà.
Ok, moi je m'appelle Georges et j'habite en Chine. Je crois
t'habites
c'est juste
en
à côté.
Chine. Pourquoi tu disais que c'est juste à côté?
Je crois Philippines et Chine, nous sommes presque...
d'accord.
Oui.
Parece como también en las Filipinas.
Por ejemplo, en Manila.
Busca Intramuros.
¿Es como muy caro o es barato?
No es tan caro. Yo creo que es gratis de entrar ahí, pero los museos tienes que pagar, yo creo. Solamente por la transportación es más caro. Pero cuando ya estás aquí, no es tan caro.
But wait, how do you use Italki? Here's a video sample. So I'm going to show you right now how to use Italki. So this is the homepage of Italki. So just start now and continue with Google and then open your account with it. And voila. In order to use Italki, click Find a teacher. A lot of options you will have. So this is French and you can sort it to any language you want. Keep in mind that you will pay for lesson and there's no need to subscribe. But wait, there's more. If you buy $10 of credits, you can get $5 of credits free for your first language lesson. If you use my exclusive code Aljohn, that's ALJOHN, and the discounts are only available for the first 50 users.
Right now, I'm gonna prepare my breakfast. Just took me like 15 minutes to prepare all of that.
I've already opened my app, which ReadEra is my reading app that I use. Actually, right now, reading the Vinyl Bibliothèque. This is the French book. If learning a language, you don't really need to learn that language. You just need to learn other things too. For example, I want to learn science, I want to learn business tech. I'm just gonna use that book and then learn a language and boost your skill. But yeah, these are the books I had read, all of them. Yeah. If I don't know this word, just translate and then voila, this you will see the word and then I can copy that word to my AnkiDroid. And I could just add it. Yeah, and that's it. And the moment I eat and listen in it, I'm getting used to voice speak through it and then booking your volume. Wait, let me see.
On couvre l'origine des astéroïdes et donc leur composition est une démarche
dans la Silicon Valley, dont Larry Page, à partir d'astéroïdes et de les ramener sur Terre.
And I'm just gonna lie down and read until it's 5. Show you right now is that my apps are locked. I haven't seen my Gmail yet. It's still closed. Yeah, my other accounts, Facebook, they're all closed, but I don't close my Telegram because, yeah, my international friends are. Also, the channels I have immersion. Yeah, that's it. Well, I finished reading, and right now I have a screen time of like 1 hour and 29 because I was trying to search things while I was reading because I want to understand. Each time I read, I search the context or something. What are you talking about? Anyways, I will treat it as like 2 hours of reading. Right now, I'm gonna prepare for my podcast. Okay, in order to prepare my things, I download some podcasts. I'm gonna show it to you. So I'm just gonna choose 2 hours worth of podcast, and you'll see the duration of the podcast. So I'll just add them until it's 2 hours because my work lasts for 2 hours. What I like about Google Podcast app than Spotify is that you can download. It's just podcasts, it's no music. It's simple the way it is.
C'est ça auquel j'aimerais participer parce que là
I'm now listening to EPub by Louis, but usually just NBA basketball is what I listen to.
Ça dépend de ta génétique, de l'hygiène de vie, de tout un tas de choses. Moi j'aimerais
So right now it's 5:15 and
bien accélérer les choses parce que je trouve que c'est un formidable levier.
So it will be just the same concept when you're reading something. You will download or listen to a podcast. It's about that topic, and that way you will be interested some way, because when you're not interested, you will not intentionally or force yourself to understand the language.
Si demain on te fait une prise de sang, moi on me l'a fait sur une simple prise de sang, mais si demain on te fait une prise de sang et que sur la simple...
When you're trying to search for podcasts, it should be comprehensible. So when you read something too hard, it will not be that ideal because you won't understand it, you know. But of course, in reading, you have dictionaries, so it's good. But with your podcast, it should be comprehensible. If they speak too fast, find something that's slow. If you do not yet know the basics, you could just use language transfer. So as you can see in the video, I talk about language transfer. I think language transfer is one of the best apps if you really want to learn a language, because it totally shows the origin of each word. It will show the concept, the grammar rules, and it will show you the logic between each language. If you don't know it, it is better if you try to check it out, especially if you're beginning in a language. I think it shows you the very important basics of a language. For example, in French, we have the word donner, that is to give. But in English, there's a word donate. So donate is also like an act of giving. But in French, instead of give, we call it donner. You will see the connections between the English and the language you're searching for.
Et si demain on te fait une prise de sang et que sur...
Wait, I'm gonna change my accent right now. Like what I've said, there are two types of podcasts, one for learners and one for natives. I think that the one for learners, if you look at the description of their podcast, there will be transcript, especially if you're a beginner, because you're not supposed to understand everything, so that will be useful for you.
I actually forgot to mention this earlier when I was reading, is to read books that you're familiar with, because look at the first book I have read is Harry Potter, because I already know this what's happening. So when I read this, I will not be clueless about everything. It's just that it would not be hard for me, especially if you're a beginner. And when you're more intermediate, when you're more advanced, you can go to new books that you've not yet read.
Prise de sang, on te dit,
It's like what I've said earlier. You have to use your that time. For example, right now I'm walking home. Yeah, that's it, because it will really help you to be productive.
oui, vous avez 50 plus que votre.
So right now we're gonna have a second meal. This is my last meal of the day because I want to reduce my meals so that I can have more study time. And right now I'm gonna watch some YouTube video while I am eating. So I will open my Russian account. So if you will see my YouTube, I have different accounts in here. For example, this is my Portuguese account. Yeah, everything is in Portuguese. What else? My Indonesian account. And right now I'm gonna go with my Russian. This is my daily routine. Yeah, I watch a lot of NBA, and then this is the recap of what happened yesterday on the league. Actually, the videos here are 30 minutes, so that means I already have 30 minutes of watching. Yeah, I'm gonna start eating. Yeah, and don't forget to turn on subtitles. The subtitles should be in your target language as well, yeah. Because even in English, I put subtitles, it's not really that bad.
So I just finished my meals right now, and right now you could just do anything you want. I'm just gonna watch right now and chill for like 2 hours. They have live NBA. Okay, they don't have right now. So I'm gonna wait till 9 a.m. But the game started right now. So yeah, that's the Russian NBA. We're gonna be watching. Yeah, I'm just quite chill right now, to be honest. And just watch the game. Hopefully we're not learning. It's just very spontaneous. I just watch whatever I want.
Yeah, it's close to 11 right now. I've been watching for 2 hours, and right now I'm just gonna teach you some tips.
Aside from basketball, I also use movies, series for learning a language, and of course there's a lot of series in YouTube, but I recommend this one for Spanish. RTVE, because a lot of people here are in Spanish. There's also subtitles in here. Just make sure you have a VPN if you're trying to watch. I also use for other languages, France TV, VPN is required here, so you need to connect to France. Oh, Italian is RaiPlay, right? RaiPlay, and Swedish, it is SVT Play. And Indonesian, I just is watching this one. There's also subtitles in here, to be honest. Yeah, make sure the subtitles is also your target language so that your brain will adapt to that language. I actually do this for like 5 hours, 7 hours a day, switching series, something. Yeah, for Russian, you have dub series, and actually searching for Percy Jackson. This one, but there's no Russian version yet. I don't have to watch that film. That's just it. If you wanted to watch a film, it should be available in my target language. If it's not, that I'm not gonna watch it. So that's it. That's first app. And the second app is Language Reactor, which is an app. You just search it, Language Reactor. It is a extension in YouTube, which when you open it, like this, the normal subtitles, but with Language Reactor, you can have both these subtitles. You can just hover each word and see it. It will not be hard for you to see the meaning of each word. So you don't have to go to the translator and I'm gonna translate back. Yeah, this is my favorite translator app. And also you could just use ChatGPT actually because some words, they are not really translated. For example, I asked it to explain a word because when you put it in DeepL, it's not accurate. For example, the second word here, which is here, it's wrong, but here it's pinjol, what is that? But short term for pinjaman online, it's like a blah 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 blah. So I think you ChatGPT, DeepL, your translators, or go to translators. So it's 11 a.m. right now, so we have 2 hours of reading, 2 hours of listening, 2 hours of watching, which is the basketball. Basically, at 11 a.m., you already made 6 hours of learning. Forgot to tell that when you want to watch a movie in a certain language, you can just search it.
yeah, I think 50-50 times it will appear. For example, High School Musical in Espanol. Yeah, there's it. These are free movies that you could watch actually on YouTube, and it's also subtitles. Yeah, that's it. It's good. I'm gonna go back to watching. Bye bye. Also, one tip when I'm watching series, it is good to have your phone next to you so that when I don't know something, I'm just gonna use Google Translate, and also I just gonna go straight to Anki. And yeah, that's it. I actually forgot one of my favorite apps to learn a language. Basically, if you wanted to find language partners, is Tandem. This app is one of my favorites because there are parties and you could actually search for some friends and you can message them. So this is like the feed. So you could talk with these people, you could see the language they are learning. Yeah, beautiful. And you could also have parties where other people are talking. So you could sort each language and then let's hear them.
Same.
That's it. And you can meet friends and new people. Yeah, well, I'm going to show you this website, which is the one that you use for practicing languages, which is called Polyglot. If you want to have practice conversation, I mean, if you can't find natives to practice conversations, you could just go to polyglot.com. So there's two modes in this one, which is the teacher or role play. So probably is to try to teach you.
Hola.
No.
Soy Lilis. Practiquemos tu español.
¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Juan.
Hola.
¿De dónde eres?
Mucho gusto.
Soy de África.
Interesante. ¿Y qué idiomas hablas?
Además del español, hablo francés porque aquí en el Cote d'Ivoire hablamos francés.
Magnífico. Juan, es que...
That is the SleepCycle. Let's try having role play. So there's a lot of situations we have in this role play. So in the cafeteria and the panaderia. Oh yeah, those are the.
¿Y todas las comidas? ¿Qué tipo de comida puedes hacer?
Mi tipo de comida son postres porque no quiero comer algo ahora porque ya he comido.
Entiendo. Los postres son deliciosos.
The answers are all personalized. I don't usually do it with Giggleish. It's just that I always do it by myself. I'm just recording myself, and then I have this 30 days challenge where I practice my speaking 30 days language challenge study. Accredit yourself, yeah, and I answer these various questions the right coaches. So I'll just record myself and I upload it to Telegram because it has infinite storage. But before I was actually uploading my videos to YouTube. These are my videos when I was speaking Russian. These are my videos. Yeah, it's just a year ago I was practicing Russian. And for example, I was surprised, but I didn't know how to translate it. I was surprised. I'm just gonna go to the L and I was surprised. Right? Oh, Jay, this will play. And once I know this sentence, I'm just gonna go to my output and just add my deck. Like I was Jay, this will play at the back, and I was surprised at the prompt. So every time I was surprised, I'm just say Jay, this will play. And that's it. Number 2, if you want to speak the language, is to go to Discord. Yeah, I have a Discord right now, and then you could just search language lots. And Discord, because this is the most active among the Discord servers that you have. So if you go here, there's a lot of people in here, to be honest. And in Finnish, if you go here right now, yeah, there's a lot of English and Spanish and then you can go here to practice your language because that's number 2. So I'm about to have my classes right now in Italki, 11:58.
Ok, je crois que YouTube est devenu vraiment une très grande entreprise.
Oui, exactement. La majorité des gens maintenant regardent YouTube plutôt que la télévision. Donc voilà.
Oui, bon, tout ça aussi, c'est grâce à l'Internet qui est accessible à tout le monde maintenant. Ce n'est pas comme avant.
Oui, c'est pas comme avant. C'est dans révolution, en fait.
Oui.
Oui, c'est YouTube, c'est accessible en Chine. Je crois pas.
Oui, avec l'aide des VPN, oui.
Ah, d'accord. Ah, donc pour ça, les autres Chinois pour regarder le YouTube à travers les VPN. Parce que je pensais qu'ils sont bloqués. Au Chine, il n'y a pas aucun moyen d'accéder à YouTube.
Non, il y a moyen.
Bon, que je savais pas.
So I just finished my first Italki lesson and it's very cool. We had a conversation in French. I'm waiting right now for my 1 p.m. lesson, which will be in Spanish. So right now I'm gonna continue watching my series in Indonesian.
¿Y qué piensan los filipinos de los mexicanos?
A los mexicanos. Ya te lo había dicho.
Pero, bueno, así como estereotipos.
Sí, el estereotipo, sí.
Pero hay como una opinión general. Por ejemplo, aquí decimos que los estadounidenses son personas un poco muy extrovertidas, muy...
Vale, la personalidad. Yo creo que es así. Como hermanos. Parecen filipinos también. Yo creo que tenemos la misma historia entre nosotros los mexicanos y los filipinos, porque éramos una colonia de eso. Qu'est-ce que tu penses avec... Je pense qu'ils sont égaux.
D'après moi, je pense que vous parlez très bien l'espagnol et le français.
Merci.
J'ai pas trouvé de fautes ou quelque chose comme ça, donc oui.
So I just finished my lesson in iTalki right now. Right now I'm just gonna watch some YouTube and chill and watch. So I usually do karaoke songs in different languages. Probably right now I'm just studying Indonesian songs because they're all beautiful. So that's the reason why I use singing, because you're forced to memorize the lyrics of these songs. It'll blend you with the culture, or to put yourself into that culture, which is these songs. It's currently 2:20 right now. I'm just gonna watch a final episode of series or movie. Right now, I just finished. I'm just gonna turn off my laptop right now. So right now it's 3:50 and I'm gonna prepare myself to sleep. Whenever I sleep, I'm just gonna read a book once again. I'm just gonna read a book right now for like 2 hours, depends. Because sometimes I read for like 2 hours or 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, it's just the same what I do in the morning, but right now it's night. But actually before I go reading, I just take myself to just browse my Instagram. I still study language on Instagram. I don't have friends though. Just that the people I follow, I'll show it to you.
Sementara ini
tinggi banget dan kamu nggak nyampe-nyampe.
Всем привет! Приглашаю вас на шоу.
I'm just gonna read right now and see if next time what happened.